Yo, what's up, YouTube? It's Star. I'm back with another vlog, back with another banger, back with another thing. You feel me? Y'all know what it is. Today, I'm currently live on stream right now. The real ones, y'all saw this early because you feel me? Y'all in the streams, y'all peeping. The link in the bio. You feel me? Follow my Twitch so you can see when I go live. Y'all already know. Not my fault. I had to plug real quick, but y'all already know. So today, we reacting to some more scary stories. I seen y'all was fucking with the last one. Y'all ran up the last one. I appreciate y'all for that, for real. Love y'all. You feel me? But yeah, so we just about to watch a few more of the Llama Arts ones. I'll be fucking with the Llama Arts ones hella. So yeah, we just gonna get right into it. I got the lights off. You feel me? I hope y'all been enjoying my videos. Drop a comment down below. Let me know what's your favorite video. Y'all already know. Make sure y'all get some munchies. You feel me? Make sure y'all get something to eat, a little snack. Turn off the lights. Y'all can only watch this video at night. You feel me? So save this bit for night. We about to get scared, chat. Can y'all hear? Is the sound good?
This is a short but terrifying story of something that happened when I was Snapchatting a friend. I'm pretty young, I'm only 13, still in middle school. A girl I really liked had just recently started
Bro's
snapping me
13?
selfie pictures, and we started messaging each other for a few nights. One night when I was watching TV, she sent me a snap of herself laying in her bed without a caption. I sent a message saying what's up. She sent another identical picture, this time with a caption saying not much, you? She set the timer to 10 seconds, so it gave me plenty of time to analyze the picture, including her bedroom in the background, and the dark outline of a person standing by
Bro's
her
checking
window.
her out for real.
I quickly sent a response message, saying, "Is that your brother by the window?" She sent another identical snap, this time captioned, "What do you mean?" In this picture, the figure at the window was closer, and I could see
Yo,
a
she
hand
not
pressed
looking
up
at the
against the
pictures that
glass.
she's sending?
I closed the snap before the timer even
Come
ran
on
out
now.
so I could tell her quicker. I said, "There's somebody at your window, turn around." She opened my snap almost immediately, and then I didn't hear from her again on the app. I grew more and more worried as the minutes passed. I texted her a few times to no avail. I tried.
Yo, she got kidnapped. That's crazy. She must have been faded or something, because you know when girls taking their pictures, they be analyzing the shit, like, you feel me?
calling her a few times to no avail as well. I didn't know her house phone number, otherwise I would have called her parents. It wasn't until midnight when I was already laying in bed that she finally texted me back. She explained the whole situation. As soon as she looked at her window and saw the person standing there, she screamed. And that caused the person, who turned out to be a 20-something-year-old man, to open the window and jump into the room.
No, that's crazy.
From there, she ran to her parents' room and woke her dad, who went to her room to find nothing but an open window.
Her pops got
It
the
wasn't
blower?
exactly a personal story of mine, but it freaks me out nonetheless, knowing that the only thing that saved my friend from whatever could have happened was the fact that I was able to see the window through her selfies, unbeknownst to the creeper at her window.
Yeah, that's crazy. She did not see that nigga. Yo. She got to lock in. Be analyzing her photos. Here, let's do this one, school lockdown.
I'm 22 years old, fresh out of college, and I recently got a job at my old high school as a sort of computer intern in the school basement. The basement of the school is very messy and disorganized, but there is a small
Yo, y'all see that little penguin or duck down there?
office that's actually very nice down there. It has 3 nice big desks, 2 mini fridges, a flat screen TV mounted on the wall, and oh so satisfying air conditioning, a luxury the students and teachers cannot enjoy in the school. And of course all the school servers and other
The heat
computer
is
stuff.
crazy. The fire is crazy.
I got the job because 3 of my old computer teachers flat out adored me. I could actually consider them as real friends, not just teacher figures. so they all helped tremendously in landing me this job. It's been great, until something that happened a few weeks ago. My two co-workers that shared the office with me, Dave and Gary, weren't in the office at the time. They were upstairs working on papers or whatever. I was eating my sandwich during my lunch break when I got a phone call from one of the women in the front office telling me the school was on lockdown and that somebody, possibly armed, had entered the school. There wasn't much that I could do other than turn off the lights because, surprisingly, as nice as this little office was, it didn't have an actual door to it, just a big opening, and the door to the whole basement didn't even have a working lock. For my own safety, I did turn off all the lights in the office
if I was
and
bro,
my
I would
computer
have
screen.
found a different room.
I kept my phone on the desk, texting both
No
Gary
door
and
is
Dave,
crazy.
but they wouldn't respond. I sat down there in the dark, playing games on my phone for like 20 minutes.
Playing games on your
waiting
phone,
for the
bro's
call from up front
fearless.
to tell me to resume working. I had no idea what was happening. I couldn't hear what was going on upstairs from down here. But I was not allowed to make any calls until I was informed that the lockdown was over. Then, the noisy basement door opened.
Yeah, bro's cooked.
As the creaking echoed across...
Bro's cooked, for sure. Bro's phone gonna go off, make a notification. He's cooked.
Basement and into my office. I sat up from my seat, wondering if I should call out Gary or Dave. I was eager to get some info from them. Someone then came running down the stairs, and their footsteps were approaching my office. I pushed away my chair and crawled under my desk. Somebody entered the office, but did not turn on the lights. There was just silence. I can't even describe the fear I was experiencing. I felt like if I made one sudden noise, I'd be a dead man. Suddenly, my phone dinged as I got a text message.
I knew it. Nah, that's crazy.
I felt my entire world shrivel up and die at that one moment as I clenched my teeth
deep
in fear.
In the phone.
Footsteps suddenly moved closer to me until I finally dove out from under the desk in capitulation, begging whoever it was not to kill me.
Yo.
And just then, someone grabbed my arm and pulled me up. It was some guy in a red plaid button-up, jeans, and a reddish-black cap. He told me, "It's okay, I'm just down here hiding with you." "What's going on up there?" I whispered to him. He kind of ignored my question and asked me if there's an exit down here. I told him, "Yeah, around that way." Before he could do anything else, I asked him, "Who are you?" There was a brief moment of silence before he started explaining he was coming in to pick up his son when a teacher told him to hide. After his explanation, I checked my phone and saw the text I received was from Dave. It said, "Dude, this is fucking crazy. Some guy with a gun shot Mr. Buckley. He's wearing a red shirt and a hat. Whatever you do, don't come upstairs."
So, bro.
I was about to reread that text out loud to the man until I realized. I looked up and felt my stomach sink. The man seemed to catch on to my suspicious stare. Panicking, all I could think to do was to
Bro just made it obvious, like, yo, fight him, knock him out if you gonna make it that obvious, like, come on.
Stairs. A gunshot echoed through the basement, and I could hear the bullet ricochet off something metal in the darkness. But thank God the bullet missed me, and I made it upstairs. Fortunately, police were waiting at all exits, including the basement exit, and caught the man the second he opened the door.
Yeah.
More good news. Our teacher, Mr. Buckley, survived the gunshot. It was later determined that the man and Mr. Buckley had some beef for whatever reason, but that was never revealed. All we know is that Mr. Buckley couldn't have done anything that would have warranted this kind of reaction.
That's crazy.
And I know that the sound of that gunshot will forever echo in my mind.
What Unc been up to? That ain't even Unc, that's Grandpa. What Gramps been up to? Let me see. Field trip, vacation, Snapchat. So, this is the first one because the other one was 2. Yeah, we'll watch this one.
Billionaires.
This happened a week ago. Up until a few days ago, I went to a small, local gym in my now previous New Jersey town called Black Bear Fitness. One day, I had the misfortune of running into some skinny, awkward, yet creepy looking kid, probably 18 years old. He didn't look like he belonged in a gym at all. I had headphones in and I was doing my
Yo,
set. When
people can't just start? Hold on, what?
One day, I had the misfortune of running into some skinny, awkward, yet creepy looking kid, probably 18 years old.
Skinny niggas can't
He
get
didn't
in the
look like
gym?
he belonged in a gym at all.
Yo.
I had headphones in and I was doing my set when I heard him saying something to me, but it was muffled by the music. I was already annoyed with this kid, given that he was breaking an unwritten rule of the gym. Don't try to talk to somebody when they're doing their sets.
An unwritten rule.
I took my time finishing my set, and then took my headphones out to ask if he needed something. Then he started acting like I looked familiar, but right away I knew this kid was just trying some pathetic attempt at making friends. I assured him I didn't, but the kid wouldn't stop talking to me.
Yeah, I'd be pretty mad too.
Eventually, he actually asked me for my Instagram and Snapchat. Weirdly enough, and for whatever reason, I gave them to him. Instead of just saying something like, "Buddy, I'm trying to work out," or "I don't have social media." After I gave him my Snapchat and Instagram, however, I did kind of urge him to let me resume my workout. He finally seemed to get the message and walked away. Not without saying bye like 3 times, though. That night, I got a snap on my phone saying "from Sean." I immediately sighed and said, "Oh no." Just wondering why the hell the kid would snap me. I opened the snap, and the kid was in a creepy, weird pose, face way too close to the camera, with his head resting in his hand and a half smile on his face.
Nah, I would have blocked,
the text
bro,
over
right
the picture
there.
was "Hey" with 2 Y's. I muttered the words, "What the fuck?"
I would have blocked, bro, right
For
there.
the record, I'm a guy, which made this even more weird. My thought process was, I've had enough of this loser already. I'm gonna remove him and make it clear I don't want to talk if I see him at the gym again. And so I did. I removed him minutes after he sent that snap.
Okay. Good shit, my boy.
I'm sure not even a minute later, again, a message popped up on my phone,
Bro, just
saying
remove them?
Snapchat from Sean.
You gotta block him, bro. You gotta block him, my
I
G.
waited a few minutes before opening it. This one was even creepier. Now the kid was sitting up on his bed, no smile, more of a surprised, angry expression. The text over the image said, "Why did you remove me?" Now I went as far as to block him, meaning he couldn't snap me anymore.
Yeah. Good
That
shit,
was that.
my boy.
I threw my phone on the desk and sighed out of relief. Half an hour later, my phone goes off, saying Sean added you as a friend, and then Snapchat from Sean. He actually made a new account.
Nah, bro, it's
I opened the snap
weird.
and felt my heart drop. It was a picture of my front lawn. The text over it, "Answer me, bitch." The first thing I could think
Bro,
of
better
was,
get that
how did
hammer.
you find my address? Then I
Bro, better
realized,
get that fire.
Snapchat made that new map feature that lets you see where your friends are. Somehow I had the balls to open the window to see outside. It was clear
bro,
out there.
Tweaking.
I shut the window and the blinds and started considering calling 911. It was the sound of taps on the window. I took a deep breath,
It's bad
and
for
with
bro.
one swift motion, I pulled up the blind and the window at the same time and pulled the kid into my room by his neck.
Yeah, stand on business.
I punched him in the face a few times before he was out cold.
Okay,
Now
yeah.
I called 911. By the time they arrived, he was awake, cursing me out, promising he'd be back and kill me. The cops heard it all. I didn't even have to make a case. The kid was an idiot. Luckily, the timing of this worked out well.
Bro
because
stood
I
on
just moved a
business. That's
couple days
crazy, bro.
ago
Be
out
in
of
the
state.
gym. Crack that
Only thing
nigga.
worries me.
He cracked that nigga. That's why y'all gotta stay in the gym. You feel me? Stay with that consistency. So somebody mess with you, you just bing, knock him out real quick.
I don't want to have to make a new Snapchat account, but anytime somebody new adds me on the app, I'll never know if it's secretly that Sean kid again.
Bro tried to play with him. He was not playing no games. Hitchhiking is crazy. House sitting. Hide and seek. Ouija board.
It was 2 years ago. I was called in to do the night shift, 10 p.m. to 4 a.m. at 7-Eleven, since somebody called out. The store was located on a busy road in a rather quiet and rural area. During the night shift, you could expect anywhere from 10 to 20 people come in to buy a beer or something else. This one particular night, there was this one guy, mid-20s, that came in. He started making weird noises, like loud yelling noises. I assumed he had some kind of mental disability.
Bro got Tourette's.
In fact, my brother has a mental disability, so I immediately felt sympathy for the guy.
I felt that. That's probably how I would have felt too.
Up to the counter without any items, with his head facing me, but his eyes were looking up at the ceiling. I felt uncomfortable. I honestly didn't know how to deal with it. I tried speaking with him, but he only responded in loud noises.
He off that galaxy gas.
I kept checking if he was with someone outside, but he was alone. There weren't any cars in the parking lot, so I assumed he walked. He stood there for so long, looking up at the ceiling and making noises, that I tried to get him out by handing him a bag of chips and telling him he could go. I tried finding some kind of number to call for someone to help him. Then, out of nowhere, he finally turned around and walked out of the store. I felt so horrible for the man, but at the same time, I felt a bit creeped out.
Yeah, that would have
About an hour later, the phone on the counter rang. I picked up to hear the familiar yelling sounds of the man from earlier. It caught me off guard.
Yeah, nah.
I didn't know what to think.
That would freak me out. I ain't gonna lie.
Some kind of prank. I hung up on them and was now becoming paranoid of my surroundings, constantly checking the outside through the windows. Come 4 o'clock, the person working after me came in, finally allowing for me to go home. It wasn't my problem anymore. I got home and threw all my stuff on the table, ready to get to sleep. But my phone rang within a minute after entering the door. I felt a chill run down my spine. Why would someone be calling at 4 a.m.? I could only imagine it was bad news. I braced myself and picked up the phone to hear the man again. I felt sick to my stomach as I listened to the loud noises he made. I struggled to slam the phone to the receiver. All night, I felt like I was being watched, even with
that would have thrown me off. Like, how did bro get the number?
Shut. And I could swear I heard strange noises coming from all over my house. I refused to get any sleep until the sun came up. Weeks passed, and I had forgotten about the incident, until one day, when going into the basement for the first time in a while, I found that papers had been scattered all over the floor, and when I went into the basement closet, I found writing on the walls. 7-Eleven had been written in Sharpie on the wall, along with the address to the 7-Eleven I worked at and my house address. The most disturbing part, I also found various kitchen knives, along with a large pocket knife sitting in the closet. What started out as seemingly just an innocent person turning into something of a prank ultimately turned into something much more horrifying. He had been living down there for God knows how long, and I'm just grateful that, for whatever reason, he changed his mind and left, because I haven't seen or heard from him since.
Yo.
All I can say is that man is dangerously ill.
No, that's crazy. I ain't gonna lie, what the fuck?
What does Carrie Lake say about abortion?
Got like one more in.
I recently moved out, and I already have a horror story to tell. The house I moved into isn't anything impressive, it's just a house that's appropriate for 1 or 2 people. But I'd say right away, I started hearing weird sounds coming from inside the walls. I first heard it in the kitchen, and then in the bathroom, but on night 3, I started hearing it in my bedroom. I was sure there was some kind of animal living in my walls. I just had to figure out how to get rid of it. The next morning, I didn't even have enough milk to fill the bowl of cereal. I couldn't believe I hadn't realized I needed more milk. In fact, I seemed to be eating up all of my food pretty fast. I woke up in the middle of that night to the sound of breathing.
Not
my breathing,
It sounded just like the breathing of a
Bro got
person.
something in his walls. Like, what
I
was that
flicked the
one
lamp
movie?
on
I
and
forgot.
it stopped.
The
I
Boy?
chalked it
or
up as my
something?
mind playing tricks on me after waking up. The next day was really hot, so I turned on the AC for the first time. I checked every single vent, and some of them weren't blowing any air, one of them being the vent right next to my bed. I peered through the vent with a flashlight. There wasn't even a duct behind the vent. It was just the inside of the wall. It seemed that whatever air duct was in there had been removed. Unfortunately, I didn't look into the air conditioning system while buying the house, so I didn't know about this. That night, I had to sleep in the heat with no AC, so I was up pretty late constantly rolling around and flipping the pillow
Bro's
over.
cooked, literally.
Then I eventually started to hear the breathing again, but this time I was fully awake. I knew it was real this time. It was coming to my left. I looked to my left at the air vents. The sound was surely coming from in there. I grabbed the flashlight again and shined it in through the vent. I dropped it and screamed. There was someone's face peering through the cracks of the vents.
Bro,
The first thing I saw were their eyes, open wide and glowing. I screamed all the way down and out the house. I soon found out there was a crazy, dangerous homeless man living in my walls, and he had been eating my food ever since I moved in.
Nah, that's crazy. That's crazy how I knew, bruh, someone dead living in his walls. That was the vibes it was giving for 4 creepy 2-sentence horror stories. It's crazy. Sure, it's Halloween, so we'll run this. Alright, here we go.
It was Halloween night of 2007, freshman year in high school, and I was with my friends, Ivan, Ryan, and Jesse. We were all dressed as the Super Mario characters. I was Luigi since I was the second tallest. Ivan was Mario since he's short and buff. Not that Mario was buff. Jesse was Waluigi because he's freakishly tall and skinny, and Ryan was Wario because he's just really fat. So they were the perfect group costumes for us.
Type.
We live in a very non-congested suburban neighborhood with a decent amount of space in between houses. On Halloween, that's the worst thing ever. Less bang for your buck. We were trick-or-treating for hours, way past dark, and eventually came the time when most trick-or-treaters were heading home. My feet started to hurt, and I had to constantly switch arms for holding the now 10-pound pillow sack of candy, but we planned on going until our bags were completely full. A lot of the houses by now weren't answering anymore. It was probably past their cutoff time for giving candy to trick-or-treaters. Approaching our next house, we saw a purple bucket on the stoop, which was the best feeling ever. I was the one to get close enough to realize it was empty, which was the worst feeling ever. I turned around when I heard a knock at the window of the house. We all looked at the window. Couldn't see anyone, but heard someone call out, "Wait." The door opened, and an older man, late 40s, already balding, stepped outside. He told us to come inside so he can get us some more
It
candy.
looked like he had an upside down
I
cross
said
on
we
his
could just
forehead.
wait out here. He responded saying something along the lines of, "Nonsense, come on in, we'll get you your candy."
Nah, bro, tripping.
Ivan stepped in and said, "It's alright. Come on, Dan, let's go."
Yo,
I
Mario
told the guy to
wildin'.
take care and apologized. He just stood there watching as we walked off, not saying anything.
Yeah.
I felt bad, but at the same time, that guy seemed like a creeper, and I figured I just dodged a bullet not going in there.
Yeah, not going in a random
If the
person's
story
crib
ended
is
there,
crazy.
it wouldn't be scary. So of course, it didn't end there. We skipped a few of the guy's neighboring houses just to get further away, and continued on with our business. We were walking down close to the nature preserve now, so there weren't many houses around us.
What is that in the back? A
At
dinosaur?
this point, we were now walking back closer to Jesse's house. I noticed Ryan had stopped walking, and I turned around to see what's up. He said
These dudes just
he
kept
heard someone
walking.
moving from behind the trees in the preserve. Now this was before everyone's phones had flashlights, so we couldn't just go searching in the woods for someone. Besides, we were just telling Ryan that it must have been a raccoon or something. You may think this is a bit of a cliche, but when things like this happen in real life,
You always assume the more logical possibility. It's just natural. Why would we assume we were being followed? I had to put my arm around Ryan's shoulder and nudge him forward.
Tight.
A little ways down the street, me
They
and
ain't
Ivan
leave their
picked up on the
mans.
sound
They
as
ain't
well.
leave their mans.
When we all stopped, the sounds of the footsteps from beyond the trees stopped as well.
Bro,
Ivan
on
yelled at the
point.
obvious stalker to go away, or we would beat the shit out of them. I knew he was just bluffing, though. I could hear the nervousness
Just
in his
bluffing
voice.
though. Damn, I
The
thought
snap
bro
of
was
a twig
buff.
from beyond the trees
He not
triggered a
standing
fight or
on
flight
business?
response in all of us. Me, Jesse, and Ryan all ran for it.
They
Ivan was at
disappeared.
first charging to attack, but he quickly followed after realizing we had all taken off.
Yeah, hit the Jets.
We ran down the
Hit
dark
the Jets,
street.
my boy.
We all noticed the sounds of at least 2 or 3 pairs of footsteps crushing the twigs and leaves in the woods. We banked it hard right down Jesse Street when it finally came up and ran straight for his backyard, entering his house through the back door. The first thing we did was peek out through his living room window. We couldn't see anyone.
Yeah.
We all had to gather our thoughts and discuss
Bro,
what the
not
hell just
keeping
went
up.
down in his living room, when all of a sudden we heard Jesse's backyard gate slam shut. Jesse dove to turn off the lights. There was a click and
Bro,
a bang
for
from
real,
down in the den.
followed them?
It was more than likely Jesse's back door. We all agreed to go down armed with knives and face
Yeah,
them.
stand on business.
Jesse turned on his back door light, but there was nobody out there. Just then the front door opened, and we all screamed like animals. Jesse's mom and sisters came rushing downstairs. They had just gotten home from their friend's little house party. We all rested assured knowing it was just them. Jesse explained what happened, but made it
What,
seem
they
a lot
could-
less
wait.
dramatic.
How come the front door opened? Did I
But there
miss
was
something?
nobody out there. Just then the front door opened, and we all screamed like animals. Jesse's mom and sisters came rushing downstairs. They had just gotten home from their friend's little house party. We all rested
confused.
assured knowing it was just them. Jesse explained what happened,
Who
but
opened the
made
door
it
if
seem
they
a lot
came
less
from-
dramatic. Me and Ivan went home after that
Upstairs.
and called it a night. At 12:30 a.m., I got a disturbing text message. It was from Jesse. It said, "It wasn't my mom." I texted back saying, "What?" He responded back quickly, saying, "It wasn't my mom in the backyard." My fingers slammed the buttons on my phone, responding back, "What do you mean?" There was a long pause before he finally told me that his mom and sisters said they never went in the backyard. I told him to immediately check the backyard from his upper deck. He had already done just that. He also told his mom everything, and she had already called the police.
Oh, the noise they
They didn't
heard.
find anyone back there,
Tight.
but Jesse did mention the guy who invited us in while trick-or-treating.
Nah, it was probably bruh.
Nothing
for,
ever became of
fight
that,
in
and
the
nothing
crib
ever
is
happened at Jesse's
crazy.
house again after that one Halloween night.
Nah, that was a good story for real. I ain't gonna lie. I might have to hop off this bit. What time is it? Oh, it's 1. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. What's up, YouTube? That's finna wrap up this video, bruh. If you watched the whole video, you a real one. Smash the sub button, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know if y'all want more videos like this. You feel me? Y'all know what it is, bruh. Catch y'all next time.